the platform. So the people at the bottom could literally climb up to the top if they work together, but they too barbaric down there because of the lack of food that trickles down to them. Like I said, people down there are killing each other. It's crazy, right? When you look at the movie, the lower you go, the more capitalistic the platforms are in their government. And the higher you go, it's more of back in the golden era, natural law, abundance. People at the top, when the table come to them, is so much food, they're not even worried. It's like, hey man, we good, right? But if all the way at the bottom, when the table get low, is where you start to see capitalism take place and people capitalizing off one another and eating the weak and preying on each other. See, you can't have capitalism without scarcity. Check. That's one way we can look at this movie on a simple level, just dealing with the pyramid of power, which is indeed a platform where the people at the top are few, but they eat more, and the debt slaves get basically by the time it trickled down to us at the bottom, there's nothing left. So we are the main ones that perpetuate capitalism, and is like a situation where the slave maintain their own enslavement based upon their lack of resources. So everybody that's a slave fight each other, just like the people in the platform, the people at the bottom trying to eat each other, when really if they climbed up to the top, they will have to force them people up there to share what's on that table evenly. But they'll never climb to the top. They too busy eating each other and capitalizing off each other. So they maintain their own, they actually maintain the system of government that keep them a slave by participating in it. Now think about that. Think about that. So you can see the symbolism here. And now what we're gonna do is we can go a little bit deeper and we can show you how the floating table is also something called Asgard, and I'll pull that up here in a minute. In flat Earth, we know that Asgard represents the North Pole. Now, when you look at this, Asgard represents a lot of things at different times. Asgard represents flat Earth in totality. It's one of the names of the flat Earth conception. See, the word Asgard is two words shortened, astral garden. Okay, the astral garden is that which feeds the children on earth, like we read in the book of Genesis. And this is the table. This is the North Pole. This is all of the energy that recycles through the center of the earth, through everything on earth, permeating all of the physical matter, recycling itself back into the earth, renewing all of the elements in real time as I speak right now. This is a different kind of feeding, you see. This kind of feeding is what allows for creation to constantly recreate itself every second. Without this feeding, scarcity would be real. Scarcity as we know it is just an illusion. There's so much abundance on earth, but the people that control the resources will only allow so much to be distributed because that's what creates their fake pyramid of power. Now, there's enough for the debt slaves to have what the people at the top got. But if everybody had the same thing, you wouldn't have a lower class, middle class, higher class. Nature didn't create those three different classes. Nature created one class of humans, and everyone was fed equally. In other words, let me tell you something. Think of this. Think of this movie another way. What if every time the table reached your level, the food was reset? Wouldn't that be dope? Like when these folks right here get through eating and it go to the next one, everything just reset and it's all new again. New water like it never been touched. And every time somebody get through eating, the table just magically reset to total 100%. That's what the earth does. That's what the earth does. In this movie, it shows you what man does. I'm showing you what the earth does, not what man, how man pyramid go. Because he created a false form of power where he get to distribute it how much he want to people he like and then create ghettos wherever he want at the push of a button. So check this out. If man didn't rule and we was none of this fake pyramid like what we see here in this movie, The Platform, every time that table came around, the cup runneth over, just like Jesus said. See, before government destroyed the land and created this scarcity that we see here, because nature didn't create scarcity. People, come on now. You think nature gonna make a earth and put all of this life on it and not have enough for everything? Come on now. Come on now. Your grandma ain't smarter than Mother Nature now. Come on now, folks. Your grandma fed the whole goddamn family and didn't even have a lot of money. Grandma didn't let nobody starve and you can get much goddamn leftovers. And hey, grandma made sure your ass was stuffed. And everybody can eat at grandma's house, and there's always enough. So grandma's smarter than Mother Nature. I'm just saying, nature created the earth, but she didn't make enough for everybody to have enough, so y'all gotta compete for it. Sounds crazy, right? But they would have you believe that. Blasphemy.